Something wrong. Hi, Susan. I'm sorry about that. I had to figure out how to delete one, go back. It was a mess, but at least I'm stable here, I think. So, hi, Marie. Hi, Joy. I've got my book up here because these are the art tiles I made the other night and hung on my book. And so I thought maybe you might want to see them. And this is what I'm talking about making some dangles for your books, something like that. Simple to make. And then I also put them on the front of the book. And I hung them off of grommets and with tassels. I can get them turned around here and lined back. I had it upside down. So they look like this on the front of the book. And super, super easy to make. And then I thought we might do some collaging. And just so. But anyway, that's the way they look on the book. And I just punched grommets, I put grommets in there and punched holes and then just hung them on what I had because I didn't have any chain or anything. So I just used my little tassels I had. And I may glue them to the a little higher on the tassels so that they stay up and let the tassels be seen. But anyway, there they are. And like I said, it was really easy to make. And I even put one on the tassel itself. And you can hang them off the bottoms of your books. You can punch holes and put them on the sides. And this one doesn't lay very well because it's in there pretty tight. But there's the other one. And they're pretty fast to make. And they don't take a lot of supplies, some paint, some texture paste, and some glue. That's pretty much it. So, hi, Lynn. How are you? It's good to see you, honey. So, anyway, I am raring to go on these. Everybody is asking how I made them and everything. So, I thought, well, before I make the collage, and this is the cardstock that I used, but I have ruined the back of this. So, but this isn't just a printed sheet. I think that you could use some lightweight box pieces would work. I brought a pop box from downstairs, and I thought I might use this because you only need one side that's good. And so I'm going to just cut this out. Unless I can figure out a way to open it right here on the side. If I can. Make it a little easier to cut. And I know I'm out of view for this cutting, but I'm going to set this aside. And I've decided on the theme for my next journal. I am going to do mermaid because I won Melissa the other night. So I'm going to do a nautical thing in my next altered book. Hi, Tasha. Oh, wow. I'm hoping some others see the notification, but I was so out of whack here. But it's better today. It's holding today, at least on one. I've been doing some collaging. Here's a tag that I made for, I turn it over, for the No Nature tag swap or tag entry challenge. I'm enjoying this collaging a lot. So yeah, I'm new at it. So I thought we'd just maybe work at it together. And if you know a better way to do it, just feel free to let me know. Yes, I did finally make it on. I'm using my new blade that I cut mine at about 1.5 inches when I cut them to make these tags. I just cut a piece of like I said, heavy cardstock, cardboard. They don't all have to be the same size. They don't have to really be even. And I cut them at about 3/4 of an inch, maybe wide. And but I'm going to go ahead and make these a full inch. I want you to be able to see them a little easier while I'm doing them. And they can, I don't know what I'm going to do with these anyway. So that maybe put them in. I'm thinking about having a little auction online and maybe auctioning off my books. So, and I might have some things like this that I've made that I've, will auction off like this. I've got a couple of tags and I've got some things that I just want to, I don't want that far. And those would be big, really big. Okay. I'm cutting these down to 1 inch and that is. So anyway, you get your tags out here, cut them up, however many you want to start working you think you might want, but you can just put these back and just save them, put them in to use at another time or place or on another journal. You can collage whatever you want on them. You can do however much texture paste you want on them. I used some of my wallpaper and it had texture on it. So I cut pieces of my wallpaper to glue on my tags. And if you're going to use a box, the only thing is that this is a slick surface, so you will have to sand it a little bit. But let me tell you, I don't sand a whole lot. Okay, honey. So I just take a little sandpaper and rough them up a little so they'll hold the paint a little better. And I didn't gesso. I didn't do anything. I left the print for part of the. I don't have any gesso other than watered down modeling paste, and it works for gesso real well. You could make that homemade modeling paste and then just thin it down some more, and it will work as gesso. But you have to thin it down and add a little more paint. In fact, that's what I thinned it down with, was the paint. And so I'm going to get a few of these scratched up here. Then I just scratch them up a little bit. I don't do a lot of heavy sanding. I need a paper over my mat because it is too colorful. Okay, and there's that one. A couple more and we'll have them done. There's that one. And that one. And there's that one. Let me get a rag to wipe them down with. So feel free to work along with me if you want to. Hi, Janie. How are you? We're making some art tiles, and I don't know if you've seen them. I posted them on some pages, some groups the other night. The art tiles I made for my book, and I really enjoyed making them. And so I thought I would just come on and do that, and maybe do a collage here in a little bit. I'm loving this collaging, and I'm going to make a separate one. I'm going to make one on a pumpkin pie box. So again, I'll have to do a little bit of sanding. But I have an image that I want to try to do a reverse image on, or a transfer on. Then, since I don't have my wallpaper handy, I'm going to use, for texture, I'm just going to put some texture paste. Mine's homemade. I'm going to get a brush. My brushes are filthy. I'm telling you right now, they're dirty. Every one of them, because I forgot to take them downstairs and clean them, but they have been in water. They've got some texture paste on them, but that's okay. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some texture paste down just right on the top of these. I'm not going to try to make an image like that. I'm just going to brush it on. And then I'm going to take another tile and put it on top of it and kind of push it down and then pull it apart. And it's going to give me some texture. Hi, honey. How are you? It's so good to see you, Cindy. Hi, Cheryl. I did put them on, like I said, the groups. But here's the ones that I put on the front of my book. And you can see that they've got some texture. And I used 3 different tones of metallic paint and some glue. Hi, Sierra. And then I put them on the back. And they're, oh, okay. Oh, I thought that said Sierra. It said Clara. How are you, Clara? So anyway, that gives me a little bit of kind of wavy texture. I'm going to make mine. Oh, wait a minute. I found a piece of, and if you have something like wallpaper that has texture, you cut a piece, Mod Podge it down, or glue stick it down, either one. Glue stick it probably, since I haven't got my glue brush out here. You can just, and I'll tell you a secret. If you will glue the paper and your card that you're putting it on, it will put anything you want on them. See, this already has a little texture you can see on it, and not a whole lot, but a little bit of texture and a little bit of color. So that's It's whatever you got. I have got, let's see. Let me see here. What do I have? I've got a little strip here that is decorated, and I can put that on one and just glue it down right in the center, which will give me texture right in the center. You can just add things wherever you want or however you want crossed with it. Anything that'll give it a little bit of texture. There's, trim them down however you want. I've got this girl's picture, which would make an image in the background. I'm going to just cut out her eyes, I think, like that. Now that's not going to give me any texture, but it will give me some fun to play with. So you just do whatever your tiles. It doesn't have to be exactly like mine. You can just do however or whatever you want. If you've got letters that are kind of raised, I have to have some back here. I can get to them. Yeah, let me get my cart pulled out here because I got the in the floor and find my. No, I've got to package them. Okay, now where's my letters? I about pulled my. Well, I didn't find that, but I found a piece of burlap. Burlap will give you texture. So on this one, I'm going to glue down this burlap. I'm going to have some different type of glue for that one. This is still, yeah, I'm going to have a little bit of buffering. I'm not getting a good signal up here, and I'm still having to go on Wi-Fi until I can get someone down here to move my cable. Okay, I'm going to put that down with that glue, so it's going to have to dry a while. Now, I know I've got letters, but I'm not finding them. They're right over here. I know where I put them. They're in this file. I'll get it out. And you can use like the foam snowflakes, anything that'll stand up. Let's see. I really want the letters. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Like if you want to do a tea journal or something like that, you could take these and stick them down here. I can get these so they'll dry. And find me an E. Of course, watch it not have an E on it. No, not on this one. It's not going to have. I've got several sets of these. E and an A. And now you've made you a tile that you could put on your charm that says T. And it's raised, except that you have to get them on there a little more straight than I did. Because that's not straight. I make, honey. So there's one that says T. And then if you like numbers, you can just do a number. You can put like, this one would be number 2. These things even have exclamation points and that kind of thing. But you could make one that says, let's see, that's not wide enough. Let's go over here to this one. Say 6, 9, 1. And there's you another one that is textured. So anything that'll give you texture or anything will work. You don't have to have anything fancy. These are not expensive things, but they're in fact, that's the first time I've used them. I have them all the time. I don't use them at all. So I've got one little piece here that's from the card, and put oops on it or oop, whatever you wanted, just like that. Okay, so there we've got several that are made. Get my burlap raised down or laid down, and my letters, keep them from falling off and get them back in the bag. No telling what's in the bottom of that bag. But foam letters, foam decorations, anything that can give you some texture will work. So I don't have a lot of texture on these, but they're going to be beautiful when I'm done. And it's not going to take long for that to dry. It likes just a little bit. And then the other thing you're going to need is your Mod Podge glue, and I used the gloss on mine because I like the shine. For a tag, I like the shine. So that's what I'm going to use this time. Did I glue that down? I didn't. Let's glue that down. And I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to move these letters to this one. Come on. Come on. There you go. Oop. Oops. It's an oops. And I'm going to put the sunglasses on that one. Okay. Down. Okay. I used 3 paints. Hi, PM. How are you? It's good to see you here. Hi, Patricia. He subbed to me and Kathy both. He's fine, honey. And I'll have some things, people who cook and do things like that come into. Hi, Susan. How are you? Hi, Spanky. Okay. It's good that everybody's here. I'm so excited. Yay. Okay. I need to turn on my overhead light so I can see a little bit better. I'm going to get up and do that real quick. If I don't fall over my cart and everything that's in the floor. Because I'm spread out. Okay. And I've been saving all of my lightweight cardboard to do books with because I'm going to make some, add them to the book as flip out pages. And my, yes, PM, thank you. I'm going to make separate pages and then make flip outs of them. And so I downloaded several images today. Melissa, I won in Melissa's stream that big pendant that was a mermaid. So that's going to be my next journal, is a mermaid journal. Okay, metallic paints. But you can use any kind of paint that you want to use. You don't have to do metallics. I like the shine of it because you know, it gives, once you put the gloss on it, it heightens that. So I used gold, copper. I did get out my black just to add a little bit of drama underneath it. I didn't use it, but I got it out. Might use it today. And, okay, where's my metallic? It is sitting here open. Okay, and turquoise is what I used. So you start, because they don't have to really dry. So I'm going to pull these down, leave them up there for a minute, and we're going to start on these. And paintbrush, which I flat forgot my paintbrushes up here, and they have sit in this water till it's pitiful. Okay. Now I'm going to just squeeze this paint out on my mat because this is very disposable. And I'm going to put a little black and some gold. And some copper. And I don't need this too much yet, but I'll get it out. And that turquoise. And that's going to be my palette. That's all I'm going to use. So first off, I am going to put a little black on this, and I'm going to kind of black it in down inside there. And then we'll go over it with some other stuff just to give it some background. And it's not going to be, it doesn't have to be complete because your background can come through. You can mix your paints thinner. I'm not going to do that one. You can mix your paints thinner. You can, I'm going to get a little water now because this is acrylics and I want this to be thinner. So I'm going to water it down and then I'm going to blot it up. I'm going to give it a dirty, grungy look there. Okay. Now, I'm going to blot. And there. And get a little more black on this. I may have to go see who's honking. It may be the mailman. Let me go check real quick. Honking out there like crazy. No. Okay. Dang, I hope my son builds me on a craft room. Oh man. They were I think they were honking at the bees. And I'm just gonna use this same brush if I get it cleaned off. Better. Okay. I'm gonna add some gold. And I just kind of smear my paint. I don't try to do anything super fancy. Just you're in your paint too. Okay, and there's some gold on that one. Now I'm going to take a little bit of copper and I'm going to leave that gold on there. And I'm just going to swipe some copper across that, just there and there. And let's see. Let's give the bottom of that some copper and maybe the top. Some gold right around the edges or across the center. On this one, we're going to kind of add an angle on this one. So we'll go there and there. And on the oops. And let's see. Let's do one side of it in the copper on each letter. That I'm going to take a little more time. So we're going to make it look like that. Just kind of stripe it. So all of them are painted just a little bit different, and you can get, you can get as carried away with it as you want, as colorful as you want, as bronze as you want. You can put white on them, you can put green on them, you can put whatever you want on them. This is what I'm going to use. And now I've got to let those dry. And I'm going to pick this one up because I think it's not quite dry. It's getting close. Thought it was dry enough to use. This one, I'm going to take some gold and I'm going to start over here and I'm just going to go kind of around that pattern. This is the one with the on it, right on that pattern. The little yellow shows, that's okay, but that's what I'm going to do to that one. It's just that. And it will show up really pretty when it's done. That's not dry enough yet. Don't think, but it's going to glue itself down to the table. We could try it. We can do some bronze. We'll use a little blue on this one. Give us a little color inside, and then pick up that gold and wipe it in several places. And there's another one done. That's as easy as they are. You don't have to do anything fancy, because the fancy comes with your edge. When you add an edge to these, and you put the metallic over it, or the metallic green on them, they just come to life. So that would be the next step, would be to paint. Let's see, which one did I do first? You take your tag, just like this, and you just build an edge around them, kind of keeping it straight on the edge. They don't have to be perfect. In fact, you don't want them to be perfect. You want it to come in a little bit towards center. You want it to have some texture to it of its own. Just all one corner that's there and there. there. And then turn it around and get your top. And I'll go a little lighter there, but I think I'll go a little heavier in this corner, right like that. And there's your tile, and you let that dry. Now I used my heat gun to speed things up. So I'm gonna get out my heat gun and plug it in. I've got it laying right here. And plug it in. And I'm gonna dry that. Dries real fast. It's bubbling my paint. Get some of these dried up a little. Okay. I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put my texture paste on it next. Now this one doesn't have a lot of edge, so we're going to have to catch it in places. And we don't have to have a complete edge. These are just tiles. They're just fun things. But they will keep a long time. They'll, you can put these back, use them when you decide. You don't have to do them for each and every book. You can just put them away. And I'm going to put a little bit right here between. And just a little bit. So I'm going to wipe off the edge here. And then I'm going to put it down to dry. So, another thing you can do is if you want to make them for Happy Mail or something you can send in Happy Mail, you can take some of your letters and put them on the back of the card and personalize them to whoever you're going to send them to. So, like if I wanted to send let's see. I think that I just might want to send this to Tamala. So I'm going to put a T right there on it, and Tamala, this is yours. I'm making you an art card. So when you get it like that, you can paint the back. You can do whatever you want. This one, I'm going to take my paint here that probably dry up before I'm ready for it. And I'm going to paint this whole back and this whole T with some metallic paint. Give it some color. And now she's got a personalized art card that she can hang off of a book. So, yeah, you just make your own embellishments. It's really fun. It really is. I made these the other night. I said apparently I just really relaxed making them. So now I'm going to put paste around it and clean off the back because we don't want to ruin our back. And then turn it over here. And I may have to touch that back up. And you can see I let that run in. That's okay. It's the more you let it do its thing, the more texture you have. So, and go on this side. And you can use a knife or a brush or whatever you want to in your texture paste. I use this hard brush. And so there is the tag. And I will have to touch up the back, but that's okay. And now we can do this one. It says T. And I'm going to put a little bit all the way around it. And got quite a bit on my brush, so I'm just going to dab it and let it have some peaks, what have you. There's T. And then, oops, we can kind of go crazy with the oops because it says oops. So we're going to make this really different. We're going to make it like we meant for it to oop. Okay. There we go. It's got a little bit all over it. So that's the texture paste on all of them that we've got so far, except for this one. And this is going to be fun because we're going to put texture paste, I think, maybe 2 sides, because we have fuzzies or the stuff hanging off on those other sides. So I'm going to do this. On that. I don't know. Maybe I want to put some kind of dabbed on there. Okay. So I'm just going to do that one kind of halfway around. Now, painting. We got to do some more painting. This one, I believe, might be dry enough to paint. So I'm going to get a smaller brush. And I'm just going to paint this with that metallic paint. And go right down in there and cover those swirls. And the little bumps that are outside of it. Here on the end. And in here. Oh, I forgot to say, one other thing that you will need is a black ink pad. And it doesn't matter if a little bit of your, you can actually put some of your metallic in there if you want to, just to make it cohesive to the piece. Okay, this one has a big ridge right there on that corner, which I love. And then we're going to turn it around here. Get this one right here. Now, when that dries, I'm going to outline the whole piece in. And so I've got a few more that I need to dry so we can go on. I can paint these. I'm going to give these a little of everything right here. I'm going to pick up that last of that copper, smear it in there. And then, let's see, I haven't got any gold out there. I'm out of gold. So get some gold. No, that was copper. And gold. And come across it on this end. And this end. There's that one done. And let's see, let's do the gold with a little of the blue coming through. Wipe that off. I'm going to get this black right here. I'm going to do some black. And then I'm going to get the copper and come right down here. Do the copper and kind of blend my gold up into the black there. So there's that one. It does make a big difference when it's painted. It really changes the whole thing. This one, I'm going to give it some copper here. And then I'm not going to take it out of the copper out of my brush, but I'm going to come right here with copper and teal. And let's see, I'm going to have to pick up some gold again. Doesn't seem like it goes as far. I think it's because I'm too lazy to get enough out to do it. Okay. So now the gold. And I'm just going to let those colors all go together. That. And like that. Put a gold stripe down that. And we're going to pick up some bronze, which I got my texture paste down, and swirl that down it. Come up on the sides. You can just do whatever you want. You can just dab it. You can just play with it. Just do. Just create. And you don't have to worry about making mud. You know, my tiles are 1.5 or 1 inch by 1.5 inches. Okay. It's as simple as this. Cardstock, paint of your choice, Mod Podge. I used gloss. You use your preference. And a black ink pad. You can make these any size. You can make them any shape. You can make these circles. You can make these whatever you want. They're just art tiles. They're just playthings. They're just playthings. I'm going to color around these glasses with this copper and gold, like that, and that. And then a little copper on this side. And then a little copper right in here. Kind of cover up the nose. I don't care if she's got a nose. So we're going to put texture paste over that anyway. So that one is painted. So now I've got all of them painted. You don't have to use the teal on the outside. And still soft. So I need to dry. But here's the one we finished. Right here. And then you take your ink. This is archival black, and you blur up as you want to. Some of mine I went way up, some of them I didn't. Uh, I happen to like the black on that teal. And it just gives it more dimension. So there you go. You can go darker with it. I was still a little damp. You can go darker with it. You can do whatever you want to with that part. However you want to do it. You can take some black ink and dab it. Raised areas, if that's what you want. And then the next step would be to punch the hole, and you're ready to string them. So I've got to clean up my texture brush right here because I've got gold paint all over it, or bronze paint all over it. But I've got some more here that we could probably, oops, not that one. That is dry enough. We can do some more texturizing. And this one I'm going to go kind of heavy on. So my texture paste is just a little bit runny. I'll tell you now. Probably needs to be stirred. And see, I put quite a bit in that corner, which is what I wanted. Now I'm coming down with that corner. So there I've got it. And they look messy. I mean, they just look messy, and you think them are not going to look like anything. But once you get them done, I love them. I think they really looked cool on the book. So I'm going to dry. Put that back in that nasty water. Get out my heat gun. And I'm going to dry some of these so we put that here. Okay, bubbling my paint. Let's chat. Everybody doing okay? I hope y'all are enjoying this because I really am enjoying showing you something. I think it's Willingham, but I'm not sure that that's right. There may be her last name. I may not be saying it right, but I watched her do this. That's where I got it. I don't know if she did her art tiles this way. Her cards, I know she did her cards with several different paints. And so, I just kind of took this and ran with it. I didn't watch all the art tiles. If I'm doing them just like her, great. And if I'm not, that's fine too. But you ought to watch her because she is amazing. She's an amazing artist. Uh, I watched her do a watercolor. I had as much talent in my little finger as she has, but uh, I'm trying to give credit because I saw these on her channel and she called them art tiles and or art jewelry, whatever you want to call them. And she did them, but I'm not sure that uh, in the same manner. Laura, who's going into the hospital, honey? I didn't see who was going. Oh, mercy, honey. I'm so sorry. And she's going to be she's in Oklahoma City, or that's where she's going to the hospital at. Okay. Going to paint. Yeah. Okay. Oh, mercy, honey. Sounds like you're going to have your hand. Well, prayers for all your family. Okay. Let's give them tips. Just where I touched them. Okay. Leave that on that back side. I didn't get it all over here though. Okay, there's that one painted. And I don't like the way that looks right there. So I'm going to push that back just a little bit. Wipe that off. I want you to be able to tell that that's a 1. I don't think I made it, but it's all right. We're just playing. So now I'm going to come to this edge and do this side. And coat that one. And there's that one. And this is Tamila's. I like my little brush better. I don't know where I laid it. Right here. Go ahead and go around the sides with this. Okay. I got too much paint on it not to finish it up. Okay. You really kind of want to make sure your texture paste is covered. This is the hardest step. Just making sure that the texture paste is covered. But it doesn't hurt if you get a little paint down in there. So, and that needs texture paste. So we're back to the texture paste. Okay. Hi, Nancy. Okay, here we go. We're going to get a little more texture paste, and we're going to put this right around it. I really like the pattern on this. That's a easy way to do them, and it makes a neat pattern. It almost looks like a shell pattern. I don't know if you can see that, if I hold it up close or not, but now focus. Can you see that shell pattern? Focus in, camera. And I've got another one here, another 2 here. Okay. So we'll get those done. See, the hands do not stay clean doing this. Okay, there's that one. And we got to do this one. Okay, and there's that one. Now, I'm really wanting to paint these. Okay. That's got a lot of around them. So I'm just going to go back to the teal. Uh, Teal's a mighty good color. It's a good color. uh, yeah, I'm going in and out now. I've seen that. Darn it. Are you all buffering bad? I would say something worse than that, but I'm on mine. Gosh, come on. I can see it's doing it because I'm dropping my signal, and I was holding that and actually had 2 bars there for a little while. Now it's going up to 2. It depends if they have power. Oh, we're up to 2 bars again, to 2 things again. Okay, there's that one painted. Or oops. And this one should be about dry and ready to go. You don't have to wait for them to completely dry to paint stuff either, so don't be afraid to pick them up and go ahead and put some paint on them and then let them completely dry and they'll be fine. Get it right in there and right down in that spot because that's where it goes. And you just follow your texture paste wherever it happened to fall. It's a soft edge. Tis it tis. Okay. And there's that one. Okay. They're almost too wet to do. So I guess we ought to dry them again. This would be easy made into steam pump. You could put gears on them. You can do whatever you want to with these. This one is completely done. We could do a little more blacking on that one. I really like this burlap. Okay. Let's get this painting done. Oop. I have to go back over that in just a little. Okay, and see I dropped a little bit of texture paste in there? I'm just going to color it. Color that dot. Wherever it lands. That's what I did with it. And so that just gives it a little more interest. And you can bling these up or you can bring them down, just however you want to do them. You can put buttons on them. You can put sparkle on them. Sparkle sheet. You can take see a little run of these. I have to cut them. I don't know. I thought they'd pull, but they didn't. Man, cut that about right there. And we'll put that right in there. And give that a little bling. This down along the side of that burlap. And give it a little bling. So you can just do, let me see, I've got some little buttons here somewhere. Here's a little one. You can take a little button. And we'll put a little button right here on this one. A little dot of glue. And so now we've got a button on one. Right there. We've got some bling on one. And our T. Sunglasses to paint yet. This is the 691. I'm turning them all around backwards to you. Let's turn them back around, Mary. The oops, I love that. Whoop. Okay, they're not quite dry enough after the paint to be handling too much, but our sunglasses, paint it down. But you know, you can make a hole in the top and the bottom of these. You can hang them from the top and then hang a charm on the bottom of them, or a boho bead, or something that you want to hang on the bottom of them. And you can, you know, you can actually make them a theme, like this one that says tea. It would be really cute to have a little teacup or a little teapot hanging off the bottom of that, or hang a tea bag off the bottom of it. Would you can, yeah, they do. It kind of a, this one I almost have a mustache on it down here. I love this one. I love the way this rippled up. Okay. And give it a little more on the inside there. Make sure we get it all. Okay, there's that one. So now we've got them all painted, ready for the inker. And yeah, and it was my sponges that fell off. So I'm going to get this, and I'm going to redo this one and make that a little heavier. Now that it's dried a little more. Okay. That one is complete. That one is done. That too. Side down, but that one is complete. I can't get used to not having the phone. Mirror it. Okay. You could do this with vintage photo if you would rather. It doesn't have to be black. Over those tips and darken them down that I put that on. Right there. Make it look like it's kind of been burnt. And right there. And there's that one. So I'm really loving these things. I'm enjoying them. And I don't know what journal that you were working on. Like I said, because you can make these and then put 2 tags on them and theme them and add to your tassels. Or you can hang them off the side of a book or the bottom of a book, whichever one you want to do. And there's the 691. Done. And I'm actually going to get the whole bottom of that one in with the black and then leave the sides more. Go in there and get that. And there's our T. Okay, oops. I'm going to have fun with that one because I'm going to bring that black right up onto that P. Like that. And then there. And right up on there. And then here. And of course, we've got a lot of paint up in there, so we already made the oops there. Okay. I'm going to finger that I can get a fingerprint off of. And I just put a fingerprint in the oops. Right there. Can you see the fingerprint? Okay, honey. Thank you for coming, sweetheart. And then this one, we'll get it done. And you can do them just as light as you want. You don't have to get them that heavy. I like the heaviness of it, believe it or not. I never did like the grunge look. but I'm embracing it now. It's got me. It has got me. There's that one with the button. And I'm daubing because that paint's still a little bit not cured. So I'm daubing, not wiping. Okay, there's that one. And this is for our sweet Tamala. And put some ink around that one. And once you get them inked up and they're dry, you're ready for your Mod Podge. You've got to have, you've made a well in here with your sides. Now I've got an open side here, but I did put some stuff on here, and I'm going to try to keep the Mod Podge inside that. You know, you got, that's what the sides are for, is to kind of keep your Mod Podge in. So we're experimenting here now with some of these that are open in places to see how it'll work if we don't want to, because I went Mod Podge. And okay, that one is just still too sticky to do. Okay. So now I need to clean up my ink, which I hate to waste, but I need to clean that up so I don't get them in it too bad. Put my brush in the water. And wipe my hands off. Hi, Gilly. How are you, honey? Hi, Lana. I didn't see you come in either. I'm sorry. And my Linda. Hello, my Linda. Okay. Let's try a little Mod Podge and see what we've done. I've got some clear over here. And hopefully it's not closed shut, but it kind of looks like it could be. We have to open it up. There's a bead or something in that. I guess we'll find out when it dries. Okay. And you just pull it right out to the edge and let it set. That's the whole thing. You want to kind of pop those bubbles a little bit. Oh, that's that bead. I don't know what that is. And it won't come out. So, Tamala, you get what that is, but you're going to get an extra. Oh, yes, honey. Did you not see it? I still have it. Let me show you. Okay, now I've got to kind of do this and kind of start this way and go this way because it's, and I can bring it down some. That's my snow painting. So I'm really, thank you. Thank you, Gilly. Yeah, it's prettier when you can, when it was done and all the glitter came out in it. It was a lot prettier. Yeah. It sparkles. Okay. Dabbing these all over with this Mod Podge, and then we will have to wait for them to dry. And that, of course, is going to take quite a while because I'm flooding them with Mod Podge. And like I said, your texture paste makes your boundaries for your Mod Podge. And I've got some that don't have boundaries, so I'm just having to stop. And I don't know how they'll do, but we're going to see. And because I do want the gloss on even this one, I want the gloss. I want it to, and then out to the edge. I have to lay that one up on something to kind of keep it at a little bit of an angle. Let me see. I can maybe do that. And just a little bit of a piece of paper. And side. Okay, now our shell pattern here. We can, that's good all the way around. We'll flood it in. And you don't have to use this, have any varnish. I'm doing the Mod Podge. So, okay, now this 169 here we've got. Quit bubbling. Okay. Get them bubbles out of there. Fan it that way. And down in there. And here, two. This bottle's getting low. I'm getting air bubbles out of it. I buy my gloss. I make it in matte. I make my own. But this was, they had this on sale at the Dollar Tree. And so I thought I'd buy it to do my and it doesn't hurt if you get that up on the side because it dries clear. So don't worry about getting it up on the sides of it. Some drawing. I am in this next book. I am going to do some drawing, some face drawing. Kind of create some of my own images, I think. On cardboard, I very, very simple face drawing. And it was wonderful when she was herself. I don't know why you haven't picked up your pencil, Mary. And so, I'm kind of spreading my wings. I'm spreading my wings a little bit, girls. I love the journals. I will go back to the journals. But right now, I am just trying new things, going places that I never thought I would go, and doing some things that I know I could do. I drew for years. I know I can draw. So, Janie, good, honey. I'm glad you came in, and not good that you're leaving, but oh, so good that you come in. Oh, a noodle come out your nose. Yuck. Yuck. Okay, now we're going to do the one with the button. And again, I'm going to flood it right over the top of the button, or not care if it gets up on the button, because it's just going to be sealed under and be a part of it then. And come on, go over there. Okay, and that's as simple as it gets to just, just to dab that stuff on. And now our sunglasses. And I can use the heat gun and show you a little bit about how they start to looking with the paint, but the glue will bubble and if you do it too much. I'll do this in a little lighter. Maybe we can do that, and because this has got a very thin coat. And it gives them some more stiffness and stuff too when you do this. And then you don't want to flip it over. That is a no-no to flip it over. It is a big no-no to flip it over. Okay, honey, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna move these back because now they all have to dry. And when it starts drying, you'll start seeing the color come through it. Blow your nose, honey. Whoop. No, 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 no. Get down there. Okay, I got too close. I popped a big old bubble in it. Now I'm hung to it. Now I am hung to it. Oh my gosh, because it turns to plastic. Okay. All right, let's try that again and not get so close. I'm trying to walk it around them. I thought I had one art pile left up here to show you how I put it. But apparently I don't. I don't see it here. Okay, I know. I learned that the hard way, sister. But you start seeing that the color was coming out in this one a little bit. Yeah, the mod, if you're not careful. But it doesn't hurt if it has a few little air bubbles in it. They'll just go right back down and level out. So I did find that out. That to try a collage. I don't know how long. Oh, I've been on. I don't know if we've got time to do a collage. We might want to just do this for today and then finish this up tomorrow. Finish it up tomorrow because they'll be dry by that. What I did, and then we could do the collage tomorrow. So if y'all want to do that, that'd be fine. Just however you want to do it. But it's I've got someone with Tom downstairs today, so and I don't have the baby today. So okay, well these on a card so I can move them. Touch them together, Mary. Okay, that finding the spot back here is a good kind of a Lord have mercy challenge. It's a big challenge. And so is my desk. I'm telling you, I've been crafting. And my desk is a teetotal wreck. Look, there's one side. There's the other side. I mean, it's a teetotal wreck. And watching new people. I've been really tuning in to a lot of new people. If I've seen them before, I'm kind of going past them. I watch, I have my favorites I watch. But new where they're wearing or think I haven't been on that. I've been trying to just check them out. And I'm really coming across some really neat ideas. And some of them are coming from people who have just started on YouTube. But you can tell that they've been I got to get the bumps off my page here before I can get my stuff to craft out there. And I've got to get me another book picked out so I can put some of these in my book. Ten by 7, 10 by 6.5, I think. No, 10 by 7. I wouldn't mind doing another one of those, except that it got done real quick. Melissa's not going live tonight? How come? Has she decided to change? Oh, okay. She's getting fancy. Fancy me. I don't know what a production video entails. Well, I guess I do, but okay, I wasn't quite done cleaning because that paint was Still in lumps there. And texture paste. Okay. Now, all right. Now I have good old Sara Lee peach pie box because I didn't make pies this year. I did. I cheated. I was, Thanksgiving was over by the time we had Thanksgiving, and I thought I'm just not going to go to I'm not going to go to the trouble. So anyway, I thought that the weight of this box would really make a good collage piece. Very heavy. It's flexible. It would make a tip in to a page. And so I'm going to do this at 8 by 5 because I can do that with my cutter, and my hands won't hardly take that. Stronger cutter than this one is to cut my cardboard. In fact, I have one. Hold on. This is a little bit stronger. 2 blades. It cuts you can push down and it cuts a little bit deeper. Only trouble is I can't measure on this one. It has no side piece. I think it's been so. I have, and let's see, flat. And I didn't get it all. Nor did it cut it good. So we'll try the other blade. My sister bought this little gadget for me and a bunch of stuff. And I don't know how long this is. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it on this because I want this measurement to be right. So I want this by 5 inches wide. Now, I have no idea what I want to do. No idea what I want to collage. No idea what I want this to look like. I do know that I'm going to make a mermaid page. Print it off. I've got stars. I've got a ship in a pattern here, which would really matter. So we might take one of these and we can use the first thing we're going to do, and we're going to make this the door. So this will open over the compass rose. just like that. I think it'll fit on that 5x7 or that page. It won't fit. It won't fit. Okay. This one will. Okay, this will be our doors. We'll figure it out. Okay, so now I'm going to take some scrap paper. And the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take some book paper. First thing I'm going to do is lay down some underpants, as they call them. It's paper, and we're going to collage some book paper on it. And I'm going to use this side because it doesn't have any dark images, and I don't want any dark images coming through. And I'm going to get out my brush. I'm telling you, my brushes, I have got to clean them up. They are a mess. Hey, Aunt Beck, how are you, honey? I got to put my lid on my texture paste. We're just playing and creating. Making messes today. Just having fun. Now we're going to do a collage. Here. And I want it in the corner all the way. Unlike that one was, which I want it to move. Watching. Well, thank you that you would do that. I appreciate it. Okay, and here, get some book paper here. She's just, you know, a lot of people say they don't care, they don't like the book edges. If they're straight and they're on the edge, I don't care if it's got a line on it. This is old paper, and you can see it's old paper, so it's going to look pretty, edge on it or not, because it is. You see, it's yellowed with age. This is the book that I used to collage in one of the pages out of it. It's a 1940, I believe, how-to book. So, you know, so, and all this is going to be covered up with, hopefully, I may try out the watercolors today. Yes, it's cold out there. We're warm today. We warmed up. We have warmed up. It is not going to stay that way. I gotta get my image out of here. Will be nasty with all this glue. Okay, we've got that down. And now I want to gesso that. And in case you didn't hear me a while ago, my gesso, because I don't have any, I took some texture paste, and I'm out. So I'm going to do it in texture paste and pour it out of there because I can't find anything to dip with right now. If it'll pour just like that. I don't need a whole lot of this, so I'm just going to stop right there. Okay. Then I'm going to take some extra paint. I can find my big bottle of paint down here. Okay, where's my paint? Right here. And then I'm going to add a little bit of water. Now, find your water bottle. And what have you done with that? Who's? I don't know. Look what I've done with my water bottle. Well, I have this great big Coke bottle that I keep water in. It's up here somewhere. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. With all that paint and goop in it. And I'm... Hi, sis.
No, do you want me to change?
Tom's.
Well, I changed his last week too. I lost both.
Yeah, but you might check it.
I mean, it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm calling it. You know, I put down it's and paint to make the texture paste. I think there was paint in it. Or maybe it just blew water and I color in that and it's going to work. It'll work. That's what you need is a colored area to paint on. Top, which I don't know what this come off at, that I lost my glue or whatever. But anyway, I carried it back up here and I carried it in a package. When I got up here, it had leaked into the package. That's what that glob of glue is in the a top on it. It was just an open tube. So now it's got a glue plug in it and it works. So, okay, we got our gesso down. We've got our I can do that. We can do that right now. Okay. We're going to put some texture on it, I think. No, I don't want it texture. Make doors. We're going to make doors. We wanted to. So, I'll need that out still. Put that back in the water. We can blow this dry. Oh, I'm getting some crackle. That's okay. Little crackle. May use some spray ink on that. Oops. Not quite. See the cracking that's coming up in it? You know, I wanted to use them for some doors, but I think that I'm going to use my image of that woman. I can download that again. See? Where she is. Cut her out. Yes, it is cracking. And then I'm going to come. I don't fussy cut like most people do. I don't. Or a little. I'm going to come up right here and circle around her head. To there. And she is too long. And what's going on now? Am I buffering again? Yeah, well, challenging. I don't know what's going on. We're making a simple one today, girls. I'm going to put her down. I'm going to pull her down. Come on, come down. Okay. I think she's beautiful. All down around here and here. And there. Okay. Great. Need to put something on it. Let's see if we can get it off. There we go. Okay. My ink is running. Okay. While she's dry, we're going to build the nope, that won't do it. Okay. Well, it was too short. Okay. This is too short. Okay. I need to slow down just a little bit. She's got this big jewel here in her headdress. It is beautiful. I'm going to see if I don't have something that I can put over that. And say, for instance, that right there. Get any better than that. Now, some roses. No, I don't like that. I think I want to cut some out of a magazine. The white one. We can use those. Those expensive airmail things. I have a butterfly. We could use. Let's see, I think I already have one cut in half in here. And I did just pour this stuff out. Go to looking. There's a bird. Okay. There's a butterfly. Those are roses in her hair, but we don't have to keep them. We can use whatever we want to go around her face. We can use whatever we want to go around her face. I kind of like that there. Let's see. There's some rose buds. Use. Let's see. Maybe right there. I'm not sure I'm going to leave this. I'm just trying it. Okay. Let me see. I'm losing a butterfly if it don't work, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to come down here and no, I don't think it'll work. Kind of thinking of looking like wings, but I don't believe it'll work. Like her fairy wings. It would if we had a bigger piece to put it on. We could put a bird in the top of her hair. And daisy up here. Here's one with another butterfly. Could be down here, sitting on her shoulder. It says my butterfly didn't work. Idea didn't work. I want to put some spray ink over her. I want to put some of these down, but I think I like this better. Maybe down here. Now, let's see, it goes this way. So no, I don't, because it, yeah. I think like that. And let's get one more flower here to kind of crown her head with flowers. What I do with that other rosebud? Right here. Kind of like that. And give her a crown of flowers and birds. Let's come over here right in the center. This needs to go kind of at an angle. This up. This here. And let's see. I don't have a lot of them left. Throw them out here on the and see what I've got. That one with the butterfly. That one with a bee. I don't think we want a bee up around her face. I could frame her with these butterfly wings. And just have her face showing. She looks good with the butterfly wings or without. I think like this is pretty good because I do want to put doors over her. Hinge doors. Okay, without. Okay. Okay. All right. That's what we're going to do. We're going to glue this down. I do have some peacock feathers that we could put in her hair, but I would have to cut the so I think we'll just put these down. We'll start with this because I'll have to use some good glue with that. And I will probably go ahead and just use my E6. Put some here.
When you're done, you probably should call pharmacy. That way it's already Saturday morning.
Okay, I can do that. Or I can call them in the morning. What is today?
Thursday?
Yeah, I can call them. Yeah. Okay. That's our first piece down. Now I got to get that bird behind her before she gets too solid. So I need to put some glue on that. Get that off of there. And I'm going to go back to this. And I'm going to tuck it right underneath that. Like that. Don't care if it comes out over the page. Things can stick out of your altered books with no problem. Okay. Now I had this on this side. And I think I want the leaves to come down towards her face slightly. Like that. And this one up behind it. I have to add another flower to it. But that's all right because I changed it just a little bit right there. But this go in the corner. This, I don't want it necessarily like this. Okay, there we go. Kind of framing her forehead along with the okay. And then this one. Again, I want the leaves to come down and frame her forehead. Like that. And I'll have to find something to put up in here. Put up a little bit here. And turn that around. So you just see a hint of the bee. We may have maybe making Mother Nature here. Hi, Shannon. Who knows what we're making here? Okay. I just kind of like that. I just kind of like that butterfly on both sides. What do y'all think? I think she's beautiful too. But I'm kind of thinking this butterfly headdress looks good. I'm not. Because everything else I've got is, yeah. I've got these roses and they won't come down as far as I wanted them to. I can make them come right at her eye. I like these. I think these. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. They think this is this side though. No, that's the bottom. That's the bottom. And it's going to lay right there and frame her face beautifully. Just like that. And then here. I'm going to go right here. I'll lay down there. And here on her shoulder. Yeah, I think we might want gold instead of silver, and I'm pretty sure I've got gold. Well, that's silver. Where's my gold piece? Aha. I don't know. That took away from her face. But it would have been different. But I do want a piece of this gold. Right down here on this bottom, under this flower. Let's see. Let's come up like that with it. And then put this flower on it. I think I like that. So I need a little bit of Fabri-Tac to put this down where it'll stay. Let's see, how do I want it? Here. Here. Okay. I don't want to cover up that beautiful hand of hers because it is pretty. So we're going to let it come off like that. Okay. Dang, that was sticky. Okay, here we go. And some more sticky. Since I have no place to lay it down, I'm having to do it in my hand. Sorry, y'all. I'm having to lift it up. You don't want that right in there. And put down. Okay. And girls, we just made a collage for a book. And she's beautiful. She is beautiful. We'll have to do a little. I don't even know if I'm going to do any trimming. I may make a background for her and leave her just as she is and get me a larger book and use it because I'm not losing her. She's too pretty. I really, really like this. I've got one spot right here that I would love to have something in. And I think that I have, yeah, this little bitty flower right here that would cover that spot. We just lay it right there. Okay, y'all like it? Hi, Marlena. I've lost a lot of people though. I don't know where everybody is. Spanky's working on her computer or something, and I think she's beautiful. I think she's really pretty. And this is our collage that we just got done making, and we are done with her, other than just letting her dry. She's got to dry, and then we'll be ready to make a book page out of her. And I want to put doors over her. Oh, honey. Dadgummit. I'm telling you, everybody has had something. My sister little, she'd been so sick. And they couldn't find anything wrong with her, but she had vomiting and diarrhea, and they didn't know what was wrong with her, so they decided that she had maybe had a bowel obstruction. But they gave her some antibiotics anyway, and she got over it. So it was probably a you know, a bacterial infection of some kind. Oh, hey, good, Patricia. You like it, honey? I'm new at this. You know, I'm just beginning to see things in a whole different light. And I could get carried away and just fill her full of flowers, but I think she looks good like that. About 5 o'clock, she said. And are you cutting some paper? Well, I am just loving this collage. I'm loving it. And I have just never dreamed that I would. I actually was going to spray paint her, but then I thought that headdress, I need to work on her a little bit. So I got those things out and then she just turned out. Oh no, Shannon. I'm telling you, Tom and I had diarrhea for uh and we just I'd get over it. Yeah, it was just, it was just a mess. Didn't feel good, hurt all over, hurt everywhere. And of course, I hurt all the time anyway. But when Tom says he's hurting and he doesn't get up, it's bad because Tom doesn't. He doesn't feel pain like we do. And he was sleeping for 12, 14 hours sometimes. So it was pretty wild. But I'm telling you, it's just everywhere. Yeah. So and he doesn't know how to take being sick. He really doesn't. So he's, of course, he's typical man. He's when they get sick, they're babies, and they are, and they can say no, they're not if they want to, but they are. But they are. I love him. I had loved my husband, but he was a baby when he was sick. It is, yeah. So anyway, I'm done, girls. I'm ready to go downstairs, uh, see how my boy's doing, and I know that you all are, honey. I'm going to have to start calling you and tell you I'm going online. But here I'd called you and you'd been sick. Oh my gosh, Marlena. That's awful, honey. You just got home. Yes, all men are. They really are. I'm not trying to be mean to them or anything. I don't have one to be mean to. But I'm peeling glue off my fingers in case you're wondering what I'm doing with my hands. I'm peeling that sticky glue off dead skin. And it will just pick off. But I'm going to get off of here, honey. And we've got to wait on this to be dry to be able to do anything more with her. And I do want to make doors for her. That is going to be one of the priorities. I'm going to make some beautiful doors to go over her that are awesome. And then we art tiles, and we've got to wait for those to dry, and they're not changing colors really. Well, a little bit. But we did those. So we'll let them dry overnight, and I will come back on. I do not have the baby tomorrow either. So I will come back on tomorrow and we will do this again. So, oh, it's good seeing you, honey. And I hope to get started back. I hope to get started back making some videos or doing some live streams. And if I can't get on, I will do a video to finish this up so that you are you. I'm going to wipe up a little bit of that glue. She did turn out beautiful. And I went ahead and done the butterflies. It looked perfect up around her eyes, I thought. So, and it looks just like two of them are sitting there. They fold their wings in. So, and then I put a little gold down here just to brighten her up down here. And I am going to make but we are starting to show through a little bit on some of them. And so tomorrow, those will all be ready to do too. And I will come back on tomorrow and we'll just play again. So Spanky and is going live in 1 hour. Yay, hey. That's early. Well, not for you. You're an hour ahead of me. So 5 your time, 4 my time. 4 Central. So, okay. I will see you then. And thank you all. Thank you all for such a wonderful time. And I've enjoyed showing you what I had learned. And it may not be the best in the world, but it was something fun. And if you have fun at what you do, that's all that really matters. All so much. I love you bunches. Bye-bye. Thank you, Laura. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Love yous.